Welcome back to the Catnip Podcast. My name is Grace, and today is Monday, October 18th. This is a podcast about knitting, books, baking, and cats, but most importantly knitting, because that is what I love to do all day, every day. I have knitting to show you. I have finished objects, or just one. I have a finished object. I have a new project. I have clean hair because I washed my hair today. It was hair wash day. We love those days. The most rejuvenating days. We have a wonderful hot cup of coffee. It is cold outside, everyone, or it was this morning. So we're continuing on these cold vibes into the afternoon because I am loving it. I have various social medias. I have Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Ravelry. I'm most active on Instagram, so please go follow me over on there. I also have show notes, so link to the things that I will be talking about today will hopefully be in the show notes. That is on my blog. So if you are on YouTube, the link to my blog will be down below, or if you're on my blog already, everything is already there. In addition to that, I work at a yarn shop. It is called Pearly Girls. It is in Spring, Texas, and we recently went online, so now you can order online from us. If you are not local, you can support a local yarn shop that's not necessarily local to you, but we are still a local yarn shop to many. And there are various social medias as well, so if you'd like to follow us, please do that. All of that will be linked anywhere, everywhere. If I happen to forget anything, or if you just have any questions about things I have or will be discussing, feel free to send me a message. I would love to say hello, or anything like that. It's always wonderful. So, yes. There are things to discuss. And there's amazing, delicious coffee to be had. I made a very tasty latte. I did a very good job. The cat is snoring on the bed amongst the laundry. It's not very helpful for the laundry, but that's okay. He's too cute, so I can't say no to him, you know. So if you would like to grab something tasty to drink, something to snack upon, something to craft upon, an animal to snuggle, laundry to fold, maybe you're on your lunch break, maybe you're just hanging out, maybe you're making food, baking something, I don't know, maybe you're relaxing, whatever brings you joy, and you can come back and join me for some crafty chat. So, I feel like my lattes, these fall lattes, I have just really stepped up my game. I'm just very good at it. And by I am good at it, I mean the machine is very good at what it does, and I have figured out how to flavor it to my liking. I do not make any... I am not involved in the actually making of the coffee, besides pressing buttons and making sure that the beans go down the little grinder chute thing that they're supposed to go down. You know. Recently, Sam is my husband if you are new. Sam found a cocktail recipe that required pumpkin spice syrup. And so he wanted to make it and wanted to make the syrup, so he did. And consequently, I mean, we're not drinking these cocktails all the time because that's, I mean, we can in the evenings, but it's like, it's a lot of work. So consequently, I now get to use all the pumpkin spice syrup for my coffees, which is just so good. He did a great job making it, and then I add a little bit of maple syrup for some sweetener, and then I use my regular creamer, and then I like froth it, and it's hot, and it's so good. It's just so good. The dishwasher is also going. I hope you can't hear it. It's kind of loud. But anyway, enough about coffee. I'm sure you were not needing or wanting to know how I make my autumnal lattes, but I thought I would share that with you. So everyone, I have several whips to share with you. I have two projects that have been on my needles. I have a new one, I have a finished object, and then of course I have the mystery knit along, which Clue 2 came out this past Friday, and I have just been very busy with things that are going on, and you know, we're just plugging along in the events of life, you know. So I feel like I've gotten a good amount of progress on many of these things. I could have gotten more done, but that's okay. We are not, it's not a bad thing. We are not, this is not an I failed situation. We are proud of what we have accomplished. And by we, I mean me, but also you. Also you. I don't know what crafting you've gotten done this week. I'm sure it was amazing. Whatever the amount was, if it was a lot, if it was none, that is still okay, you know? That is okay. Also, very quickly, before we jump into my actual projects, this is an old, it's not really old, it's a shawl with tassels. This is the Basque shawl by Samantha Gurin. I used a Hue Loco mini skein set that was inspired by amethysts. She's been working on a birthstone mini skein series this entire year, and I was born in February, so my birthstone was amethyst. It was the perfect birthday cast on, I cannot even, to go along with our ice storm that happened here in Houston, fun fact. And so it is quite wonderful, but I love this very dearly, and it's got some brioche in it. Of course, we had to add the tassels. I believe she may have added another tassel to the point in the front. I did not do that. I think I prefer just the 2 tassels on the ends of the shawl, but that is just my personal opinion, and who knows, I may change my mind at some point. But with this shawl in particular, I just wanted the 2 tassels. But I really enjoyed it. It was super fun. It was a very easy, like, introduction to brioche lace if you are new to that. It is one color brioche, so there is that. That does take down a level of difficulty, I feel like, because you're not knitting every row twice if you would with 2 color brioche. And it's very straightforward. You have your increases and your decreases, and then you tootle along, and then you decrease and increase where you're supposed to, and it creates a very nice little pattern. It's very simple, looks super complicated, and of course Samantha's patterns are just very well written. So I would highly recommend you checking out this pattern and her other patterns as well, because yes, I've test knit for her at least once, if not twice this year. I don't actually remember. Was it twice? I don't remember. I don't know. I've test knit for her at some point this year. For sure once. But speaking of test knits, wow, that was a wonderful segue. I'm just so good at that. I didn't plan that, but it just happened. I finished another test knit, and whoa. There we go. Fun fact, if you are a podcaster or you are in front of a camera frequently and it goes out of focus for whatever reason, you can stick out your tongue and it will focus on you. I don't know how or why that does that. I heard that in some random YouTube video years ago, and it has never failed me. So it must be true. It must be true. Again, I don't know why. I don't know if there's a science behind that or if there's just, it's just in the camera. It's like, oh, look, a tongue. We're going to focus on the tongue now. Anyway, this is not a camera tips or getting your camera to focus podcast. This is a knitting podcast. So, I've been test knitting. This is my last test knit. I currently have no test knits on my needles. Everyone, wow, that has just been quite a journey to get here, and we are very happy of all the experiences we have had this year, and the time has come to take a rest. But I've been test knitting the Holiday Doodle Cowl by Jamie of Pacific Knit Company. I believe I looked it up last week and I should remember. I know her name is Jamie. We're looking it up right now. Pacific Knit Company. I was right. Look at me go. And basically what it is a pattern that is currently available, but she has added extra color work charts. She has added a smaller one-sided version, which is super awesome. So if you're not wanting to make this massive, like double thickness cowl, you can make a one-sided version, which is much smaller, and if you're in a time crunch, very convenient. So I have done the regular one, not the single-sided one, and it's done. It is done, my friends. My friends, it needs to be blocked, and I know it looks very small, but it is perfect. The cat has woken up and is now going to go get some food. Anyway, so this is the Holiday Doodle Cowl. As you can see, I have my Christmas trees or evergreen trees, whatever they are, I don't know. Holiday trees, trees that smell good and will probably make my allergies very bad. We have snowflakes. We have little holly leaves, I believe. We've just got some fun patterning. So it's basically like, I mean, you can kind of see I have my doodles, on this side, and then this plain side over here. And so part of it is that I didn't do quite the entire length of this green section, mainly because I was running out of yarn, because I did a scrappy version. Everyone, these are all scraps. This is various things from Knit Picks to Lion Brand to Madeline Tosh to random, I don't even remember what that was, Malabrigo, Cascade, I don't even know. So lots of things. You can make it with a more specific color palette, and you can have, I think she calls for 5 different colors, or you can do it a scrappy version. We have all different types of cowls being made in our testing group, and it's been so much fun to see all these fun color palettes that people put together. I'm very happy with how mine turned out. As I was going along, I was like, I don't know how I feel about these colors, but I mean, I think in theory I like them. I think my trees are upside down. There we go. So, I don't know. I just am very happy with how it turned out. So this is the Holiday Doodle Cowl. It will be coming out soon in updated version, and that is very exciting. She also has the Autumn Doodle Cowl, which I just really love, and I also want to make one of those. I believe there are hats as well, so definitely worth checking out. If you love color work, and if you just really love these like sampler type things, they're super fun. They're very quick. It's just fun to play around, and the nice thing about these, and I would say this is true of pretty much anything, especially if you're working on a big project, that if you have these little baby repeats, basically like a repeat and a repeat and a repeat, like if you have a bunch of them together and they're all different, excuse me, and they're all different, the project goes by very quickly because you're just constantly changing, whether it's your stitch pattern, whether it's your colors, and it just goes by very quickly. And it's just a very fun experience. So I would highly recommend you checking this out when it comes out, or going and getting the autumn doodle cowl, which also I think got revamped this year as well. So that is very exciting. I have really enjoyed getting to test knit for Jamie, and can definitely see myself making more of this particular pattern, the autumn doodle cowl. I don't know, just all the things in my spare time. But you know, we don't always have the spare time. That's okay. No, that's okay. It'll be fine. But we love the holiday doodle cowl, so go get a copy when it comes out. Another thing I want to mention, I don't actually have the project with me at this moment. I'm not actually sure where it is. It may be in one of these 2 boxes of knitwear that I have sitting in front of me. Behind you, but in front of me. But the Jensen cardigan that I test knit earlier, a couple months ago, last month, for Rachel of September Knits, will be coming out on Thursday, October 28th. And that is very exciting. So if you have wanted to get your copy but have been waiting for it to come out, obviously your time is coming soon. It is not this coming Thursday, but it is next Thursday, which is very exciting. It was the pink one that I did with the mohair and had the v-neck and the pockets that had the white lining, and I added my thumb holes, and it was just such a wonderful time. That pattern is coming out soon, and I would highly recommend it. There's lots of variations of this cardigan that you can do, and Rachel gives you all those options basically within the pattern. And if you're not into cardigans, there's a Jensen pullover, which I also test knit for her forever ago, and it is so good. It's one of my favorite sweaters, and I need to pull it out to be in my rotation of sweaters. In fact, I may wear it tomorrow or on Wednesday when I work. That's an idea. It depends if it will still be cold. Chilly, cool. Cooler, not hot. It won't be hot on Wednesday. See, there's a difference between all of those things. There's cold, there's chilly, cool, and not hot. And then hot. And very hot. But we're not talking about the hot things right now. It's not relevant. So that is very exciting. Keep your eyes peeled for that. The cat has come back. Hello. Do you want to come say hello to everyone on the podcast? Come here. Come here. Hi. You want to come up here? Come on. He's like, what are you doing? Come on. Come on. Yeah, that's my cowl. Come on. Hi. No, come back. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. This is very funny because someone literally just asked where my cat was. They've not seen him in a while, and here he is. Here he is. The old man birdie. The old man birdie. Hey birdie, turn around so we can say hello to everyone. Hello to everyone. Hello. Hello. He's like, what am I doing? What are you doing? What are we doing? You want me to put back up on the bed? Were there pillows in the way? Were there pillows in the way? So, this is my cat if you're new. This is Birdie Wooster. So when I'm saying birdie, I'm not saying birdie like birds. This is Bertie, B-E-R-T-I-E, which is short for Bertram. And Wooster, because he is Birdie Wooster. He is 20 years old. The old man. And quite a wonderful, healthy old man. And he is so sweet. And we love him dearly. And he wants down. Let's put you on the bed. Hi. 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 Hello. How are you? Okay. That was a fun little adventure. can't come snuggle you right now. I'm busy. Snuggle up with the blankets and the clean laundry. Yeah, that's a good boy. Yeah, sit on that pile of laundry. Thank you. I love him. It's a good thing he's cute. That was my cat. So, moving forward, this past weekend, what happened? This past weekend on Saturday, some friends of ours went, and us, Sam and I, and then this couple friend, went to see another friend of ours in a musical, and that was super fun. We went out to dinner beforehand. It was a double date. It was such a blast, and the musical was hilarious. And I didn't really know what to bring knit-wise, because I wasn't sure, like, what the knitting capability would be, but I wanted to be prepared, and I didn't want to bring something that I was almost done with, or was going to come to a point soon where I would need to stop. I wanted to be able to knit through the entire thing, meaning the musical, and yes. So I thought for a hot second that I was going to bring my brioche, or my boho blush, because also, this was the other thing. So that was happening Saturday evening, and the Saturday morning afternoon we went to hang out with my in-laws to watch the A&M game, which was very fun. And when we're with my in-laws, I normally get a lot of knitting done because it's very wonderful. I can just sit and knit and observe and chat with everyone that is roaming around. Which is not like it's a lot of people, but I mean, I can sit and knit and we can all just hang out. It's very wonderful. So I was thinking before we left that I would start the brioche section on my boho blush by Andrea Mowry and get then to the garter stitch section for the musical in the evening. And that did not happen. I decided that that was not a priority. There were some other things that I wanted to be a priority, so I decided against it. But I did make a decent amount of progress on Saturday because I needed to, it was before we even left for my in-laws. There was some time in the morning and I just knocked out 6 to 8 rows, I think. So I made a decent amount of progress. I am using Heathered Handmaid's Confetti Cake. It is this main color, and then I've thrown in some mohair. This light blue is Long Dog yarn. This is Heather's mohair in the Toasted Marshmallow colorway, and then I'm currently just using a random white for this brioche section. I am planning on using mohairs for all the stitch pattern sections, and I think that will be very fun. Now there is mohair everywhere, but it is a small price to pay. I'm very happy with how this is turning out. It is just kind of a pick it up and work on it occasionally. I do have my Little Bitty Delights Sugar Donut Progress Keeper that I do love. And yeah, it's just it's a very mindless, it's a straightforward pattern. I do have some leftover mohair I forgot from my Jensen cardigan actually. This is Diablo from Hobby, and I may use this. I'm not sure, it may be too dark for this because this is, the other mohairs that I'm using are pretty light and airy. So we will see what I end up doing. But I really love how this is turning out, and I'm very excited to keep moving forward. I am nowhere near to being done with it, and that's okay, but I'm getting there. I am getting there, you know. But yes, this is the Boho Blush by Andrea Mowry. Heathered Handmaids yarn. Love it. All good things. So, the project that I ended up working on during said, oh, it's not in that bag, said musical, and basically the entire evening when we were not like doing things, eating, all that stuff. Basically, more than half of the evening. It was very wonderful. I mean, I have wonderful friends that just, they know that I knit, and they know that I bring my knitting everywhere that I go, and they love that I knit when I'm with them, and I really appreciate that. It's just so wonderful to have friends like that. I'm using this beautiful color. We have more Heathered Handmaids. This is her emerald color. And if you have been keeping up with the podcast, you may be familiar with this project and what this color is being used for. And this is being used for the Stormy Sky Shawl by Life is Cozy. Sorry, I think I just hit the tripod with my foot. And I've made quite a bit of progress. And this is a wonderful pattern. Number one, it is free, and that is just so incredible. It is a very, very amazing pattern. It is also one skein of fingering weight yarn. So you have those special skeins of fingering weight yarn that you get on random trips, or someone gifts it to you and you're like, this is too special. I don't know what to do. I'm afraid I'm gonna pick the wrong project and then it's gonna look horrible. Which is never the case. Things never look horrible. If it's a special skein to you, it will not look horrible. And this pattern just takes just one fingering weight skein, and it's knit on, I think I'm using, it's either a 10 or a 10 and a half. Oh, never mind, I'm on a 9. Still, big needle. Bigger needle for fingering weight than is what? It is much bigger than the normal needle size that is used for fingering weight yarn. There we go. That was a very out of order sentence, but we got there in the end. And so because of that, also because of this stitch pattern and these elongated stitches and the garter stitch and the lace that I have messed up, and it is not the same, it's not consistent, but that's okay. Are we going to notice and take it out? No. No. Because of all those things, it creates this amazingly beautiful, very bouncy, and will grow significantly amazing shawl. We're here for the tassels. Tassels will definitely be happening. I counted, and I think I have about 8 repeats left, and one whole repeat is, I think from here to here. So like garter, elongated garter, lace, garter, if that makes sense. But it's in the pattern. It's one of those patterns where you can just kind of like check off the pattern repeats as you go, and they're all written out. Or the pattern itself is not, excuse me, what am I saying? The repeats themselves are not written out individually in every single repeat, but you can check off how many full pattern repeats you've done, and it's very satisfying. But like I said, I think I have about 8 of them left. I feel really good about it. I've got plenty of yarn. I know it's going to go a long way. If I don't have enough out of this to make tassels, that is totally fine. I have a very large stash. I will find something that will either go with the green, look like the green, I don't know, nice contrast, we will see, it all depends. But last time I showed it to you, I had a hard time finding where my progress keeper was. Granted, it was dark when I was knitting on this most of the time, but I had so much progress done. I think I maybe like, in total, I think I was starting the lace as the musical was starting, and I got a full repeat done, basically. So, it's pretty proud of myself. It goes fast. But that's the nice thing about also going to stuff and knitting, and obviously you need to be aware if it's not good to be knitting during those things, then don't. But it's like, I knew that it was going to be fine. But because of like stage lights, or if you're at a movie, very light scenes, and then you can use those moments to look at your knitting to make sure that you're doing the right thing. I get asked quite often, how do I knit without looking at it? It's a lot of muscle memory, number one. Number two, it's a lot of feeling. Like, I can feel, I noticed this way more when I was doing the lace sections, because like, I can feel when there's two stitches together and I know that I need to knit those two together. Opposed to if I was feeling it and only felt one, then I can slip up another stitch so I can knit those two together after my yarn over. Granted, also, I knit significantly slower when, especially in the dark. And that's okay. This is not a competition. I'm just explaining to you how I do this. Because I know some people are curious, and my shawl has fallen off. I didn't notice that. Maybe you did. I don't know. We will readjust it. Goodness gracious, this is very twisty. Okay, there we go. We have to readjust it. Nice. Okay. Good as new. But yes, I love this pattern. This has been the project that I have just shoved in my purse most of the time, which is a lot of the time sometimes why I don't show this on the podcast as frequently, because I forget that it's in my purse because it's not with my normal projects. But it's something that I can pull out and do literally anywhere and everywhere. And it's one of those things that it helps me. Hi, are you coming back to see me? Or do you want back up on the bed? Did you hop off? Hello? What do you want? What do you want? I don't know. Use your words. Are you coming over here? Hello? Are you gonna come join me? Hello? Come on. Come on. Come on. He's like, I do what I want. You can't make me do anything. Okay, bye. What? I don't know what you want. Why are you looking at me like I'm talking bad about you? I apologize. Hey. Hey. Okay, bye. Do you need help getting back up on the bed? I know the pillows are still in the way. That was not helpful. Okay. So bye. This is the Stormy Sky Shawl by Life is Cozy. It is so good. Would highly recommend. I will be making many more of these. Also a good gift knit because it goes so quickly. And it looks fancy and it's really big. So it'll be a good gift. But I'm keeping this one for myself because I just love this yarn. It's so nice. Heathered Handmaids. Her colors are amazing. Okay, so moving forward, we have to move quickly. I have realized that my SD card is filling up. I worked quite a bit on my diamond jumper. I actually need to wind up a new skein soon, so that's very exciting. I'm using Cascade Eco Wool. If you're familiar with this yarn, you know that these skeins are massive. So much yardage. It's a great yarn. It's one of my all-time favorites. And I believe I am in the home stretch for these raglan increases, everyone. I am so close. I'm so close. Here we are. So I know it looks very similar. I got about 1.5 inches, maybe 2 inches done, which is quite a lot because let's remember the rows are long and I'm patterning, I'm cabling, I'm twisted ribbing, I'm doing all the things. So it takes me a while, you know. We have a turtleneck, it's great. We have our garter stitch cables, we have our twisted rib raglan area, you know. And then we have my pizza progress keeper marking the progress from last week. I will move that in just a moment. But this is from Hand Stitch Life. It's one of my favorites. It says True Love, which is true. And yeah, I am loving this. This was one of the projects that I worked on during the A&M game on this past Saturday. We're gonna move the progress keeper. Boop. And yeah, I would really love to divide for the sleeves by next week, but we will see. I don't know, you know, life can be crazy sometimes. Things happen that we are not expecting them to happen. And that's okay, you know? Yeah, it's just life. But I have made quite a bit of progress. I'm excited. This is the Diamond Jumper by Ann Vensel. I'm sorry I didn't mention her name earlier. But yes, like I said, this is Cascade Eco Wool in the taupe colorway. I love this color. It's kind of like the perfect, like, dirty cream, I feel like. But it's got, or like a brownie cream. It's a warm brownie cream. It's not really cream. I feel like that's not true. It's got like creamy undertones to it, but it's like warm and taupey. I know that it looks more cool in the camera, but it is definitely more warm, I feel like. It may also depend on the lighting. I have no idea. The lighting makes a lot of difference, you know. But either way, I love this. I actually have another sweater out of this color that I knit while I was in college. And I love that sweater. It is still functioning today, and it is quite wonderful. I don't wear it as often. It doesn't fit quite the same, but that's okay. I mean, it still fits. It's a cardigan. I think I said it was a cardigan. It's a cardigan. So it's just the sleeves are a little tight now, but that's okay. Doesn't matter. Still fits. Still love it. Still love this color. And I'm so excited to be having this diamond jumper out of this color, because this is exactly what I was going for. It is the look I was going for. So anyway, I need to wind up my second skein, which is very exciting. I feel like that is huge progress. And I'm also a little, like, not concerned necessarily, but I'm just like, I know that I'm getting ready to divide for the sleeves soon, but like once I do that, I still have to knit the body and the sleeves. And I know that the body is not, it's not a crop sweater, it's definitely a bigger sweater. So I need to look at that. And Birdie's just being so cute. I really want to go snuggle him. I'd really like to go take a nap and snuggle with him, but I've got things to do. Things to do. So, and by things to do, I mean talk about my new cast on. Because I did it. I did it indeed. I did it indeed. And I'm loving it. So last week I discussed the desire to cast something new on, and discussing the fact that yes, the mystery knit along is going on, and yes, I did just cast something new on, and like it was just really that did not necessarily scratch my need for a new cast on desire. I don't know why, but it did not, so that's okay. We have things to do that with, you know. I've got plenty of options. This is not a problem. And so I had discussed maybe waiting until I had finished my holiday doodle cowl before casting something on, and I didn't do that, but that's okay, because I mean, in the end, it doesn't matter. In the end, the holiday doodle cowl still got done. So, and I had this fun little project to work on, and I am so excited about this. Goodness gracious, there is yarn everywhere. Hi, if you are new to the podcast, I sing all the time. I like to sing. I will sing about anything and everything. If you give me a topic, I will probably sing about it. Well, I mean, it depends on what it is in the situation, but I sing quite a bit. So currently this project is pretty small, so I am keeping it in this little bag, this Danica bag that I love. And I started a small Vertices Unite with the Mandalorian mini skein set from Big Sky Yarn Company, which is a collaboration with her and Amanda of Little Bitty Delights. Hence when I got the Yoda donut Progress Keeper. So wonderful. So this color, I'm currently striping everything because I'm working on the first section. So this color is called Grogu, and we love a good Grogu Baby Yoda thing, and then it opens the discussion of they're not all Yodas. That's not what they are. That's a name. So Grogu is his own name. Then we have this one, which I don't remember what it was called. I did have the name readily available. Razor Crest. Yeah, Razor Crest, which I was informed by Sam because I did not know, and he is the Star Wars fan out of the two of us. This is the ship that the Mandalorian flew. That was his ship name. And I really love how this is it's so beautiful. Cassie is an incredible yarn dyer. And here's what they look like striped together. Can we even? I'm just so excited. So this is the first section. This is not my first Vertices Unite. I have knit one before, but I knit the large size. And so I'm making the small one because that's what the yardage is that I have. I also have my Wishing for Rhinebeck Progress Keeper that I got from Little Bitty Delights. That was a collaboration with her and Molly of Molly Klein's Designs that I got recently. I really should switch this out to do the Yoda donut, but that's okay. I also need to locate where that is though. So I'm loving this. This is very mindless. We are just garter stitching and increasing every 4 rows until the cows come home, and I'm just loving it. I'm so excited to see how this turns out, and we're just making progress. It's just bringing me joy, and that's exactly what I was looking for. So, very quickly, to finish this up, we have the Mystery Knit Along by Stephen West, the Shawlography Mystery Knit Along of 2021. I'm about to show some spoilers for Clue 2 and the end of Clue 1, but you probably have already seen Clue 1 at this point, so mainly for Clue 2. If you don't want to be spoiled, look away, look away, look away. Editing magic, look away. I have not had very much time to work on this, unfortunately. Since Clue 2 came out on Friday. And I'm loving this so far. I am just so enamored with all these textures. I think it is so incredible. I love... This is very similar to the thing I was talking about with the Holiday Doodle Cowl, in that when you have these smaller sections in a bigger project, then it helps it go much faster in a very fun way, because you're just constantly changing, whether it's the color or the stitch pattern or whatever. I have seen what is in Clue 2 and I am so excited. These little eye cords are just so weird and I love them so much. Like, if I saw this in a shawl, I would just want to touch it. Like, I would probably be that person to go and ask if I could touch their shawl. Which, yeah. I'm loving this so far. What are my yarns? This dark purple is Eggplant by Suburban Stitcher. My pink, which you can kind of see here and up at the top, this is my color A. This is also Suburban Stitcher in the Quinceañera colorway. I have my gray here, which is Madeline Tosh Mo Light in the Kitten colorway. I have my this orangey color, which is Madeline Tosh BFL Light, or just regular BFL in the saffron colorway. And then I have Skein Yarns, which is this another orange that's in there. It's my third stripe, and that is called Rusty Something. Rusty Something. I think I have the ball band in here. What is it? It's under all these balls of yarn. I know it's in here somewhere. Yes. Rusty Rock. I was close. I got the first word right. So yes, I'm just plugging along. I'm loving it. It's a big project though. This is definitely not a small thing, which, I mean, I was not expecting it to be a small thing. I had no expectations that this would be small. But I think that's one of the things why I was wanting to cast on something else. And it's funny that I cast on another Stephen West, because, I don't know. But it's a smaller project, and I think I was just wanting something that I could carry around. Other than the Stormy Sky shawl. You know, I just had to cast something on. So, yes, this is my mystery knit along. I don't really have much else to say, but I'm loving it. Continuing to make progress. I hope yours is going well if you are participating in shawlography this year. Or if you're knitting another Stephen West shawl, or if you're just living vicariously through others, I completely understand. It is a lot of knitting, but it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. I'm excited. I'm so excited to see these textures and these colors just really come together in such a beautiful artistic way. And it's one of those things, again, that I would just want to reach out and touch and see what it felt like. I'm also loving my colors. Like, I am so happy with my colors. So yeah, I'm just loving my mystery knit along experience right now. It is going slowly, but that is okay because, so I had my TED Talk last week or whatever, and then I realized that Stephen West himself also said, embrace your pace, or embrace the pace, which is very true. You knit at your own pace. You knit the way you knit. You enjoy it. That's the most important thing to you. I knit the way that I knit. We all knit our own way. There's no rush. There's no rush. I don't know how some of these people can get these clues done so quickly. I've already seen several that are like done, and it's like, I just came out on Friday. Granted, I know we've been very busy, but like also that was a lot of knitting. But I think that also speaks to what I was talking about earlier, where you have these like different sections, so it goes really quickly. Or it feels like it goes quickly, so I'm excited to move forward with mine and just see how the colors play together. I am so excited! So that is all that I have for you guys this week, and my SD card is basically empty, so we're going to wrap this up here. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and just coming back every single week. I really appreciate it. I'm just very honored that you give up some of your time to hang out with me. I have all the various social medias and show notes and shop information. If you have any questions or just want to say hello, please feel free to send me a message. I hope you have had a wonderful weekend and you continue to have a wonderful week. If you have crafty plans, I hope that they are successful. If you're mystery knit alonging it, good luck to you. If you are beginning your holiday knitting, good luck to you. If you are just knitting to have fun and there's no time pressure or crunch or anything like that, there's no like, I don't know, enjoy that. I hope you're just enjoying whatever you are doing. And if not, I hope you make time to find things that bring you joy, because that is very important. That is very important. I have things to do and things to finish. I want to separate for the sleeves. I want to work on my Vertices Unite. I need to finish and continuing to work on Clue 2. There are other things that I want to knit on that I have not worked on this week, but I will try and work on them this coming week so I can show them to you next week, because that's how this works. You know. But yes, I think that is all that I have for you all this week. Thank you so much for being here, being you. You are wonderful. You are enough. Happy knitting, happy crafting, happy crocheting, whatever you are doing. And I will see you next week. I feel like that was very anticlimactic, but either way, I will see you next week. Bye.